Two new reports prepared for the U.S. Senate detail Russia's alleged disinformation campaign that helped to bring President Trump to office and continue to support him. RT correspondent Dan Cohen has the details.
Well, the new reports were commissioned by the Senate Intelligence Committee, and they make bold claims about a Russian effort to use social media to bolster Trump's run to the White House. The first report claims, quote, Russia's Internet Research Agency launched an extended attack on the United States by using computational propaganda to misinform and polarize U.S. voters. The report covers the period from 2013 to 2018, and the data the researchers used was provided by the social media giants Facebook, Twitter, and Google. They've been under pressure from the Senate Intelligence Committee to show evidence of Russian interference in U.S. politics. The report says Facebook provided 76 different advertisement accounts, Instagram provided 133 accounts, 655 advertisements are from Google, 228 videos from YouTube, and 3,841 accounts from Twitter are believed to have been managed by the IRA. So at least in the case of Twitter, the researchers have no confirmation that the accounts are run out of the Internet Research Agency. More than half of the tweets Twitter provided were in Russian, a rather strange tactic for influencing American opinion. Just over a third of the tweets were in English. The first report was done by Oxford University's Computational Propaganda Project, whose funding comes from European Union and U.S. government agencies, including the European Research Council and the National Science Foundation. The NSF is a Cold War-era agency founded to, quote, secure the national defense. George Soros' Open Society Foundation, one of the primary backers of the so-called color revolutions, is involved too. Also involved in the research was a privately owned intelligence firm called Graphica. Little information is available about this outfit. The second report goes even further in analysis. It recycles the claims we heard last October that not only Facebook, Twitter, and Google were used, but also apps like Vine, Gab, and even Pokemon Go were weaponized. It ends with a recommendation for, quote, robust collaboration between government agencies, platforms, and private companies. That report was prepared by two private intelligence firms called New Knowledge and Canfield Research with Columbia University. New Knowledge was founded by three former State Department, NSA, and U.S. military officials. The Senate Intelligence Committee hasn't said whether it will endorse the report's findings, but it's clear that Russiagate isn't going away anytime soon. Reporting in Washington, Dan Cohen, RT.
Now, I have to bring in, on a subject like this, someone who I adore and has definitely an opinion on this and has been following this for us. Lionel, thanks for joining us. I know this weekend when the news actually broke about this story that you went, are you kidding me? I don't know if this is a bigger insult to the groups they say that could just be literally told to do what they want because of a meme on social media, or is it an insult to all of those people right now that are on TV saying this is how President Trump won the election? Who's insulted?
Or an insult to the Russian intel agencies. This is the way you throw an election? You buy some Facebook ads? This wouldn't make a very good Dr. Zhivago-esque, whatever, modern-day crime story. You're buying Facebook. You know, Scotty, one of the things is, aside from who paid for this, why I mean, the United States citizens, I guess we were basically victimized by whatever happened. Now we've got to pay for this ridiculous report, which still doesn't spell out how the election was subverted, because what it says is basically there were some ideas, Scotty, that were presented that may have made Americans think. It may have made Americans question. It may have made them say, wait a minute. Things that Bernie Sanders said, things that the National Review said, or Fox News, basically the same thing. No information, no evidence of Russia lying or changing votes. But let me also add this one. You're going to love this. Do you know who two of the most vocal individuals were who said basically to Democrats, and particularly African Americans, don't bother voting, you're wasting your time? Cornel West and Louis Farrakhan. Are they part, inadvertently, of this Russian deal? Because, in essence, what they said was specifically that which this report speaks to. They're trying to quell and to shunt voters. I mean, do you think maybe, here's my question for you. Do you think maybe we finally put this issue to bed, where we can say, okay, we've solved that. let's be more careful next time and keep an eye on those Russians and let's move along. Something tells me this is still our attempt, or their attempt, to explain how Hillary Clinton lost a rigged election.
Lionel, that's what I can't figure out in all of this, because you're absolutely right. I mean, we both know, because we've seen the headlines and we've seen every newscast of every other network literally be in like happy joy, celebration, saying, look, we proved the reason why Trump won was because of Russia. And like I said, it's an insult. But there was no new information that I could find that we learned from these. And I think it's also interesting and telling that one of these came from Oxford University Computational Propaganda Project, aka taxpayer dollars went outside of the United States and was commissioned by the Senate. That's infuriating. You want to talk about when we are wasting money? This would be a good chance right here, because there was nothing new that I read. Maybe you found something that were into these. And like you said, none of these turned out to be false.
Well, this also goes to show you the money that's going elsewhere. This is almost like dossier gate. I guess Perkins Coie is going to launder the money, and the whole thing about Fusion GPS and all these other groups that are, I mean, people, it's funny. Trump has been responsible for employing more people and giving more people jobs specifically to investigate him. But here's the bottom line. Scotty, what do you say to these 63 whatever million Americans who voted for Trump? And I said, excuse me, sir, ma'am, you did not vote for Donald Trump because of his plans or his vision or his platform. You voted for him because of the Russians. And they would say, what? Yes, because of Facebook ads that were placed. I don't know what you're talking about. No, excuse me. You don't realize all of those, Scotty, all of those votes, none of them were because Donald Trump actually said something, or that Hillary Clinton may not have been the best campaigner, or any combination there was. No, again, and I've been saying this, they're still trying to explain how Hillary Clinton lost a rigged election, and how many more of these studies, how much more will CNN or Washington Post and others keep talking about this? Will he be long gone? Is this their version of Watergate? Do they think this is some kind of a tragedy, that there was an election and their guy or gal lost? I mean, I've heard of sore losers, but this is ridiculous.
Well, the problem is with this, Lionel, that I think it goes forward from this. It's not even just about sore losing. It's actually damaging what people think of in the future when they read something. And when we do have the pure hard facts that I've seen is that Google, as you pointed out last week, only put $4,700 in ads said Russia bought in Google, and that's the largest search engine. So we don't even actually have proof of anything specific that was listed here of how much money was spent on Facebook or any other of these social media platforms. By the way, we'll show you the list. I guarantee you won't recognize half of them. But what we do recognize, Lionel, is how important you are to the show, and thank you for continuing to follow this story with us.
Thank you so very much, Scotty. Appreciate it.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.